Hong Kong with the latest. Hong Kong is facing its toughest battle so far against the virus, and we're 2 years into this. So what's the latest?
Yeah, it's getting so bad that the healthcare system here in Hong Kong is being overwhelmed as the city is being hit with a record surge in COVID-19 cases. On Sunday, Hong Kong reported over 1,300 new daily cases of COVID-19. On top of that, it reported an additional 2,000 suspected cases. 90% of hospital beds across the territory for COVID-19 patients are now fully occupied. Over the weekend, you had that meeting take place in Shenzhen between Hong Kong government officials and mainland officials. The Hong Kong government saying that mainland China is pledging to help, to offer help with testing, with treatment, as well as to boost quarantine capacity. The government of Carrie Lam here in Hong Kong has set up a number of task forces. But as for a timeline, when this help is going to come in, that is an open question. And late on Sunday, we also heard from the Hong Kong government that they plan to open vaccinations to children age 3 and up. This will start February the 15th. And this news coming out after a 4-year-old child has passed away, a child who had tested preliminary positive for COVID-19. And lastly, John, I want to mention this. The Hong Kong government also warning of food disruptions here in the territory after an outbreak between cross-border truck drivers. These are the truck drivers who bring in food supplies from mainland China into Hong Kong. Got to point out the fact that Hong Kong is an importer of food. In fact, some 90% of our food supply, our groceries, are imported. Back to you.
Well, Hong Kong, mainland China, they're among a few places which are continuing with this zero COVID strategy or dynamic zero COVID strategy. This is the heavy hand, the whack-a-mole approach. Whack it really hard and whack it so you crack down on it at the first sign of an outbreak. Could there be a lockdown as a part of the strategy? Yeah,
whack-a-mole strategy that we've been really feeling hard for the last couple of years. The big question over the last few days among residents here in Hong Kong, is there going to be a lockdown? Is there going to be a Shanghai-style lockdown, an Wuhan-style lockdown? That was something that was addressed on Saturday by John Lee, the number 2 government officials, whether there will be a lockdown in Hong Kong. He said no, but listen to the context here.
Obviously, how things are run and practiced in the mainland may have to be modified a little bit if it is to be applied in Hong Kong. That modification may or may not affect the effectiveness or efficiency of the whole arrangement. So there may be possible areas that some of the strengths in the system can be maintained by dividing responsibilities and functions between what are those that are best to be taken in Hong Kong and what are those that may best be done as background support in the mainland.
Okay, so no lockdown in place just yet. A number of tough measures are in place. Schools are closed, no dine-in service after 6 p.m., tough border restrictions. The list goes on. And despite the dynamic zero COVID measures that are in place, we recently heard from Hong Kong University scholars and epidemiologists who say daily cases are set to rise to as much as 28,000 a day by March. John.
Well, Kristie, thank you. Kristie Lu Stout live in Hong Kong. Thank you.